An amateur archaeologist discovered a shallow grave containing the well-aged skeletons of 6 adults and 3 children in the 1970s. He kept these discoveries hidden from the public until the Soviet Union fell apart in the early 1990s. A forensic investigation in 1991 determined that the 9 bodies belonged to Anastasia's family members and servants, but Anastasia and her brother's bodies remained unidentified. Anastasia was the last Russian Tsar, Nicholas II's daughter. Rumors circulated that she and her family had been executed and that she had survived. Anastasia Nikolaevna, or Anastasiya Nikolaevna, was born on June 18, 1901, in Petrodvorets, Russia, a town near St. Petersburg formerly known as Peterhof. Anastasia's mother was Princess Alix of Hesse-Darmstadt, also known as Alexandra Feodorovna, who married and became Empress Alexandra. Her father, Nicholas II, was the country's final Tsar and a member of the Romanov dynasty, which had ruled for 3 centuries. Anastasia's parents married in late 1894, not long after her grandfather, Tsar Alexander III, died of kidney disease, and her father ascended to the throne. Anastasia had 4 siblings. 3 older sisters, Olga, Tatiana, and Maria, and a younger brother, Alexei, who was the heir to the throne. Anastasia was educated by her mother, who taught her spelling and prayers when she was younger. Anastasia was assigned a Swiss tutor as she grew older. A governess looked after Anastasia and Maria, while their older sisters were cared for by their mother's lady-in-waiting. The Romanov family lived peacefully at Tsarskoye Palace until World War I, when Nicholas II instilled increasing public hostility. As soldiers launched a mutiny and began seizing royal property in March 1917, Nicholas II agreed to abdicate the throne in the hopes of averting a Russian civil war. Anastasia and her family were then deported to the Ural Mountains and subjected to house arrest. Unfortunately, a civil war was unavoidable. The Romanov family was awakened and told to dress on the night of July 16 to 17, 1918, as Bolsheviks led by Vladimir Lenin fought to replace imperial rule with a new communist regime. Under the guise of protecting Anastasia and her family from the advancing counter-revolutionaries, Yakov Yurovsky, commandant of the Special House of Purpose, led Anastasia and her family down to a basement on orders from Russia's Supreme Soviet Council. A group of executioners met the family and opened fire on Anastasia, her parents and siblings, a few of the family's remaining servants, and Anastasia's pet dog. In that cold basement in Yekaterinburg, Russia, the Romanov legacy seemed to have been silenced forever. In the years following the Romanovs' murders, there was speculation that Anastasia and her brother might have survived the execution. Rumors circulated that they were protected from the bullets by family jewels sewn into their clothing for safety. Anastasia's fate was especially vulnerable to these speculations, as a number of women claiming to be the Grand Duchess surfaced on a regular basis. Among the most well-known of these women was Anna Anderson, aka Franziska Szynkowska, who fought to establish herself as Anastasia's rightful heir beginning in the early 1920s. Anderson's suit was denied in 1970, leaving the mystery of Grand Duchess Anastasia unsolved. Anastasia's mysterious whereabouts sparked the creation of books, plays, and films, including an Academy Award-winning film starring legendary actress Ingrid Bergman. An amateur archaeologist discovered a shallow grave containing the well-aged skeletons of 6 adults and 3 children in the 1970s. He kept these discoveries hidden from the public until the Soviet Union fell apart in the early 1990s. A forensic investigation in 1991 determined that the 9 bodies belonged to Anastasia's family members and servants, but Anastasia and her brother's bodies remained unidentified. A new DNA analysis of another grave, discovered near the first, conclusively identified Anastasia and Alexei's bodies in 2007, putting an end to nearly 90 years of mystery and speculation.